Would you like to get free leads? Would you like to get free listing leads? In today's video, I'm going to talk about one of the best strategies for getting free leads and free listing leads that I'm aware of. It's going to take a little bit of work, but this strategy combines all of what you need to grow your real estate business quickly, efficiently, and it touches a lot of the key components that you want to have in growing your real estate business. So in this video, briefly what I'm going to go over is, do you want listing leads, buyer leads? Do you want a ton of content for your social media posts? Do you want to develop relationships? Do you want to farm a certain neighborhood? Do you want to move up in price point? So if you're already in real estate and you're in the one price point, and you want to go and double that price point, this strategy will work for you. So stay tuned. There's going to be 10 steps, and then there's a bonus step at the end, and then I'll be happy to talk to you about this background, this live background behind me today. So let's get right to it. Step number one. Hello friends, I'm Dan Hilsman bringing you another episode of Agent Owned Brokerage. If you want to know about eXp Realty and pro tips for growing your real estate business, then hit the subscribe button and tap the bell so you get notified each time I upload a new video. I've been on calls almost daily since 2018 helping real estate agents to grow their real estate businesses, and you can get in touch with me too. So give me a call, send me a text, an email, or schedule a Zoom call using the calendar link in the description below. However you want to get a hold of me, I'm happy to get on a call and see if I can be of help to you too. Okay, step number one, this is a FSBO, for sale by owner, open house strategy that's going to help you to develop relationships and get free leads. So step one is we're going to contact FSBOs. So a lot of times agents ask me, well, how do I get FSBOs numbers? A lot of different ways. The easiest way is Zillow, and for a low cost is RedX and Vulcan. If you want more information on that, if you want to use my list, give me a call. We have paid lists, and we have virtual assistants that pull free lists for us as well. So you can reach out to me if you need help with that. But the step one is to find a for sale by owner. You're going to offer to do an open house. A lot of times they'll pay you your 3%. And then they can have, half a day off and go to a movie or something like that. So contact the FSBO, offer to do for sale by owner open houses. Sometimes they won't have you do that, but then you're already in a conversation with a for sale by owner and you're making them an offer that other agents aren't making them. So that's step one. Let's look at step two. Step two is signage. So I put out between about 20 and 45 signs generally. You're going to want to get some open house signs with directionals, branded or unbranded, different theories behind that. I'll go into that in a different video. But if you'll have these directional signs pointing to your open house the day of or the night before or for the weekend, that will help unrepresented buyers come to your open house, and that's what you want. You want to get their contact information, and I'll go over more on that. But step two is you have to get the signage that'll help you to get unrepresented buyers. So now let's look at step number three. A quick pro tip on step number two is you want the extra signage because you're going to want to get the neighbors. So early in my career, I made a big mistake on open houses thinking, the neighbors are coming by. The guy next door is not going to buy this house. But that was a big mistake, a big misstep on my part. I wanted to develop a relationship with that neighbor. I wanted their contact information. I wanted to make a big impression on that neighbor to let them know that I'm the right guy for them, that I have a big open house, a big event to get their home sold for a max price with the least amount of hassle, and I'll do a great job representing them. So that was a pro tip there. Pro tip number two is you're going to want to hold for sale by owner open houses in neighborhoods that you want to farm. I mean, you can do them anywhere, but ideally you want to be strategic and have them like in your neighborhood, or if you don't want to farm in your neighborhood, have them in a move up or a high price point neighborhood near your home. So now let's look at step number three. Okay, step number three is door hangers. So you can do this, any of these steps, you don't have to do them all, but if you do them all, you're going to have a wonderful open house. But step number three is door hangers. My biggest tip on door hangers is you're going to want to have a really good call to action. There again, if you need help with that, reach out to me. Well, I'll be happy to talk to you about a great door hanger and a great call to action that you can use. Number four is door knock. So I'm not much of a door knocker, but I would door knock to invite neighbors to my open house. I mean, door knocking's wonderful, but you got to find what works for you. I wouldn't enjoy door knocking to ask people when they're going to buy or sell, their next home, but I wouldn't mind at all door knocking and saying, hey neighbors, come to my open house on Saturday 1 to 4, whatever the time is, and that way it's just an invite. You want to get to know those neighbors because sooner or later they're going to sell, and you want to have them in your database, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. So number 5 is the pre-open house video. So you're going to go to the open house a day or two prior to the open house, and you're going to do a video, and then you're going to post that video on social media and let everyone know that you're going to have an open house, when it is. This is going to help your social media, it's going to help your content, and that will also help you develop some leads, some free leads. So now let's look at step number 6. Step number 6 is the open house sign in the yard. So we usually have about 3 of those, 3 to 4. One of the signs that I like to use is, come into this open house, you can get a free list of bank-owned properties, you can get a free list of vacant homes. So think about what you want to have prior to having that sign made up. And if you like, contact me, I'll show you a picture of my sign, what we use. But that's going to give some extra incentive to come into the house. So I'll do a video later on strategies. Also, if you have vacant house list pulled prior to the open house, you can give that list out and tell you can't leave, you're doing an open house. The people that come by the open house, when they leave, they're probably looking at houses. They can go look at a few vacant houses. They can contact you. You can run right out after the open house and get them in. Or if you have an agent in your area that you work with, that could work too. But that's just another strategy of adding value, developing a relationship, giving the buyers something that other agents probably are not giving them at the next open house they go to. So now let's look at number 7. All right, number 7 is chocolate chip cookies. So if you can get the homeowner to let you make some chocolate chip cookies. Very inexpensive, smells great, and it's a great strategy for making the house smell nice and having something for the people that come by. So now let's look at number 8. Okay, number 8 is a pre-thank you video. So when you get to the open house, prior to anyone coming, you're going to want to get out your phone and say, "Hey, I'm Dan Hilsman. Just want to tell you how much I enjoyed meeting with you. Thank you for coming to my open house. Really appreciate it. And here's the information that I promised you." And then that video can go out to all the people that sign into the open house. So you do that video ahead of time. You can go home, then you just copy and paste and send that video to each of the people that signed in at your open house. And that leads to number 9, is the sign-in sheet. So be sure to stick around to the end. I'm going to tie all this together on a big bonus. But number 9 is the sign-in sheet. Super important. You can either have a sheet, you can have we use KV Core. KV Core has an open house system. They can sign right in, and then once they sign in through KV Core, they go straight to the database, so it kind of saves a couple steps for us. But however you want to do that, you want to have the correct contact information. So sometimes some of our agents too, they'll actually do the signing in because they want to make sure they can read. You don't want to get home if it's a sign-in sheet. You don't want to get home and not be able to read it. But a lot of times now we're using tablets and going straight to KV Core. So that's a great strategy. If you need help with that, or if you don't use KV Core, reach out to me. I've used different CRMs. Be happy to help you with that too. Now let's look at step number 10. Step number 10 is the database. So everyone that registers for the open house is going to go into our database, and then from there we start dripping on them. So if we can establish on our follow-up calls what they're looking for, we can put them in a drip campaign. We can put them on property alerts. All of them go on our newsletter. So we weekly or twice a month or a month newsletter, whatever you decide to do. But you want to send that newsletter out that has valuable content. I have a great newsletter that I use. I'm happy to share that with you too. My information is below in the contact. So that was step number 10. Now the last one, so the pro tip is, if you'll do enough of these for sale by owner open houses, then if they don't sell themselves, or if you don't sell it at the open house, you're in a great position to be able to get that as a listing. So who else are they going to list with? I mean, they may list with someone else besides you, but probably not. If they had another agent lined up, they probably wouldn't have you do the open house. So when the time comes, then you're more than likely, or chances are high that you could be the listing agent. And then also, they're moving somewhere. So a lot of times, even if they sell themselves or not, then you can be the buyer's agent for them, and then you can also refer them out if they're moving out of area. So at EXP, we're in all 50 states. I have agents in, 20 plus states, 26 or so, and Canada. So, we have a great referral network. Happy to help you with that as well. But FSBO open house is a great way to get listing leads, buyer leads, build a database for our neighborhood, and much, much more, develop relationships. And I almost forgot. So the background here, I'm at a park near the neighborhood that I live in Powder Springs, Georgia, and big park here, beautiful neighborhood right on the other side of those trees. Softball, I think there's like 8 softball fields over there, tennis courts, whatever. I love doing videos outside. Sometimes my mentor tells me I gotta get the lighting right. But yeah, beautiful park. Don't really like sitting in home doing the videos, kind of like to go outside and can speak freely and look around. But yeah, beautiful park today. Let's see, it's this end of August 2022. Reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you. Happy to help you with any videos if you're an agent that wants help with that, and look forward to talking to you soon. And hopefully this video is of help to you. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm Dan Hilsman. I'm a real estate broker, been licensed a long time. Love helping real estate agents. Since 2018, I've been on hundreds of calls helping real estate agents get accurate answers to their EXP questions and helping them to grow their real estate businesses. So reach out if you have any questions for me. Happy to help you too. And see you on the next video.